Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, fractal Bitcoin. Welcome to today's Bitcoin news video. I'm Chris. Yeah, and we go over the Bitcoin news, of course, but really the purpose of my channel is about freedom and liberty and your future and you not getting hosed by the government. That's about it. All right, let's get right to the chart. Right now, the current Bitcoin price is $69,100. You could see today is a green day. We're back up above 69,000. And, what you're seeing on the screen is the last 4 months of daily candles. And you could see we made an all-time high on March 14th. And now we've just been sort of consolidating, going sideways. And we're pretty much primed for our next move up. Who knows when it'll happen, but everything's looking good. We're in the bull run for the next 16 to 18 months. So this is the best time to be in Bitcoin. The best time to DCA, just buy a little, and of course, never sell. And by the way, this is not financial advice. Thank you. All right, allow me to present the most important meme in Bitcoin. Study this meme. Unravel its secrets. Laugh at first, not realizing the cosmic horror that awaits you. Then tremble as you realize. Those who have hodled hard have seen its prophecy come true. Only the strong survive. Yeah, and this is the meme right here. Then, when Bitcoin hits 1,000, yay, you're happy. Later, Bitcoin crashes to 10,000. Oh my God, the world is ending. And later still, Bitcoin plummets to just 100K, and oh my God, you're feeling terrible. So just keep in mind, this is what happens, right? As time goes on, you're gonna look back and you're gonna wish you bought and you're gonna wish you just held. That's it. That's what happens. It's as simple as that. Carl Menger says, buy $100 worth of Bitcoin and everyone tells you how risky it is. Spend $100 at the bar and people will give you fist bumps and tell you how good of a friend you are. Society programs you to be poor. You gotta find your own way. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I always feel like, the people who say, oh, Bitcoin, it's like gambling. Okay, let's pretend it's like gambling. A lot of people go to Las Vegas once a year or once every few years, and they probably lose $300 or $400, $500. Instead of losing it in Vegas, why don't you just buy Bitcoin and hold it? If it's gambling, of course it's not gambling, but great point, Carl. And just in, President Biden's campaign team is reaching out to the Bitcoin and crypto industry on policy formulation. Yeah, the next few slides are all about adoption. And by the way, if you hear a sound of airplanes flying over, today is the Air Force Academy graduation, and they're going to have Air Force planes flying over, and I don't know exactly when it's going to start. But if you hear airplanes, big thunderous airplanes, that's what it is. But yeah, reports of a significant shift in tone from the Biden administration with a new willingness to understand digital assets. First Wall Street, now Trump and Biden. The political and financial establishments have woken up to Bitcoin. This was a prerequisite to mainstream adoption, and now we're just about there. So yeah. Very well put. And here's the official announcement. I'll link to it below, as I link to everything below. Yeah, so that's the White House official announcement. But yeah, this is more about adoption. Remember, it took gold ETFs 5 years to cross 50 billion in assets under management. Bitcoin did it in just 57 days. Yeah, so here, Bitcoin did it in 57 days. It took gold about 5 years, somewhere around here, to get up to 50 billion assets under management. So Bitcoin, it's amazing. I mean, and it's not a surprise. To people who understand Bitcoin, this is not a surprise. To everyone else in the world, it's like, oh my God, maybe this Bitcoin thing isn't a scam, right? That's what's happening now. Okay, in terms of improving Bitcoin's base layer privacy with Dandelion++. Yeah, I'm just talking about some development that's happening in Bitcoin with regards to privacy, right? We all know that Bitcoin is not really private. I mean, It's just not. It wasn't made for privacy. But now that it's becoming more adopted, a lot of people, they want to develop a way to make Bitcoin more private, and this is one of them. So yeah, it's a propagation protocol designed to obfuscate where a Bitcoin transaction originated. So look, there's going to be more and more of this, and this is good for us. We want privacy. We want money out of the hands of government, and this is how we're going to do it. So good job for the guys and gals over at Dandelion. Yep. And now this is funny adoption news. World Economic Forum admits Bitcoin mining helps protect endangered animals in Congo's national forest. Now, first of all, the World Economic Forum, they're just a joke organization. It's just a propaganda organization, right? It's not real. It's unelected people trying to tell the rest of us how to live, and I don't respect them at all, and neither should you. But this is just showing that even these corrupt organizations, they can't doubt it anymore. They can't doubt the good that Bitcoin can do. It's clear. Anyone who looks at it is like, oh, wow, that's great. Yeah, so let's keep moving. So if you're not subscribed and you'd like to, please do. And let's get into some fiat and government nonsense for context, because Bitcoin solves these issues. In one way or another, it solves them. So here, first of all, Carl writes, breaking, unrealized losses in the U.S. banking system increased to $517 billion in Q1 of 2024. And yeah, this is the chart here. It doesn't look good for banks, and that's why Jameson Lopp here says, if people actually understood how the banking system works, they'd withdraw their deposits ASAP. But this would crash the system. The banking system is backed by ignorant confidence. So there is a real danger that the banking system collapses and any money you have in the bank is just gone. And I know people say, oh, FDIC insurance. I don't know. Maybe that comes into play. Probably not. I mean, they'll just print all the money and give it to the people. They'll just print like trillions and trillions and trillions and hundreds of trillions of dollars to give you back your money. But guess what? When you get your money back, it's not going to be worth as much. It's basically going to be toilet paper. So it's a danger. So think about it. Think about it and talk to your family and friends about this kind of thing. Yeah, here's the United States M2 money supply is now positive year over year for the first time since November 2022. And yeah, this is also not good. Just not good. And Balaji tells us, the Fed now admits some countries are moving to gold, but says it's a small group. Okay, yeah, so these countries are getting away from the US dollar because it's becoming trash. China, 1.4 billion, India, 1.4 billion, Russia, 144 million, and Turkey, 85 million. Of course, that small group, quote unquote, represents 3 billion people. So 37.5% of the world is moving away from dollars toward gold. And here's you can pause this and read it, but yeah, this is where it mentions this. So yeah, this is proof that the dollar is losing its power. Look, I don't know. I talk about it every day, but it's true. Here's from Eleanor Terrett. The SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce has announced a proposal for a joint US-UK digital securities sandbox, a special safe harbor where companies in both jurisdictions can safely experiment using blockchain technology for trading securities without fear of regulatory admonishment. Okay, look, I'm just showing you this just to show you how mainstream even blockchain technology is becoming, right? You have the US and the UK, they're about to start doing something. So, and we all know this is all coming, but now it's coming, and now we can point at it and say, see, told you so. Yeah. And here is Max Kaiser talking about the fact that the dollar is breaking. Let's watch this. It's pretty short.
There's very little now in America that's not tied to Wall Street and therefore tied to fraud. The medical industry is now entirely fraudulent. It's been commodified and securitized. All of banking, obviously, has been securitized and runs on a business model of fraud. The agricultural industry, the industrial industries, all of the sectors of the economy are tied to some degree to their cash desk where they squeeze out extra profits, engaging in fraud. As the dollar loses world reserve currency, the problem is that other countries are saying, you know what, maybe we don't need America. Maybe we don't need the US dollar. The difference with this crisis is that there's no coming back. The inflation we see now is not going to reverse. Gas is going to $10, $11, $12 a gallon, and it's not going down. Prices of food are going to go up on a permanent basis because the entire globalization of post-World War II is becoming unglued, and the dollar as world reserve currency is losing its cachet. Standard of life is going to drop quite significantly because of all these bailouts. The chickens have finally come home to roost.
The chickens have finally come home to roost. Yeah, and if you study this stuff, you can see it, and it's plain as day. So thank you, Max Kaiser, for helping us understand that. And here, this will blow your mind. This was written in 1957 and truer than ever today. It was written by Ayn Rand in the book Atlas Shrugged. When you see that in order to produce, you need to obtain permission from men who produce nothing. When you see that money is flowing to those who deal, not in goods, but in favors. When you see that men get richer by graft and by pull than by work. And your laws don't protect you against them, but protect them against you. When you see corruption being rewarded and honesty becoming a self-sacrifice, you may know that your society is doomed. And yeah, this is clearly the way the world's going right now. Oh, here's a plane. Can you hear that? That's all right. Not too loud. But this is where the world is going. And this is what Bitcoin can help with. Because Bitcoin solves all the fiat problems. It solves wars. It solves so many things. Bitcoin does. And so, thank God for Bitcoin. It's like the only secure, stable thing we have to actually fight these people and to change the world from being this type of authoritarian nightmare. Yeah, and just more of Clown World. Are you familiar with Clown World? The fact that the world is just becoming a bunch of clowns? Swedish police laughably claiming, quote, only criminals use Signal. And every journalist, human rights worker, dissident, military, CEO, still shocked by how badly law enforcement will lie in pursuit of eroding the human right to privacy. So this is just a reminder that all these private messenger apps and stuff, and there's even ones that are way better than Signal. Like Simple X is one that I really love. The government is going to come after these. India already has. India has banned 3 or 4 of these messenger apps, and you're going to see government's going to come after them. They don't want you just to be able to speak privately. They don't want that. And they're going to claim, oh, it's because drug dealers and yada, yada. But no, it's a human right to have privacy. And we can, if I create an app and I want to message my wife and my family back and forth privately, you better be damn sure I'm going to do it. And I ain't going to let any government tell me I can't. Ever. Here's more Clown World. UCLA officials blame diversity for shocking decline in medical competence. Competence, says report from Frontline News. Yeah, university's medical research ranking drops 300% since illegal diversity push. Yeah, so this whole ridiculous diversity, it's first of all, it's illegal. And second of all, this is what's happening. Doctors are graduating med school and they don't know what they're doing. And it's all because these stupid med schools have to fill a quota of black skin, brown skin, and white, whatever. It's retarded. And guess what? You're going to have to think about this. Next time you go to the doctor or you go to the hospital for an emergency, you're going to sit there and wonder, is my doctor going to be one of these idiot diversity hires, or is it going to be a real doctor? Right? This is Clown World. Yeah, and here's the actual article. I'll link to it below. Yeah, all right, this is a cool app. I've mentioned it before, Perplexity. It's a very cool, it's like you can search the web, but with AI. So it's almost like Google search, but with AI. It's very cool, and I'm sure it's definitely not as corrupt as Google. I don't think any company ever has been as corrupt as Google. But yeah, now Perplexity is excited to roll out Perplexity Pages, a simple way to turn your research into visually appealing articles with formatted images and sections. Anyway, I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but perplexity.ai is the website. You can get a free account. You can try it. And they also have a paid plan, like a pro plan. But anyway, I like Perplexity a lot. All right, here's some nature for you. When's the last time you traveled, by the way? What's the last place you visited? This is Dolomites, Italy. Look at this. The mountain range, the trees, the forest, the benches to sit on. This is amazing. Yeah, and here's a spiritual quote. You don't look out there for God, something in the sky. You look in you. Yeah, it's from Alan Watts. Just a reminder, spirituality is inside you. God is inside you. I mean, God might be everywhere. Of course, God is everywhere. But God is also inside you. So why are you going to look over there and over there? Look right here. Yeah, and by the way, I don't know if you know, I host a podcast called The Mystic Show. So if you're into spirituality at all, check out The Mystic Show. Yeah, now imagine telling your boss this was the reason you were late for work. Hold on, I got to rewind it. Yeah, here's all these. It's a line of ducks crossing the road. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, oh my God. The guy's going to be sitting there for like an hour while these ducks cross the road, right? That's crazy. Imagine that. And here's the top 12 states to live in. Oh my God, this is such a bad dad joke. Oh, it's awful. Top 12 states to live in. But yeah, I got pulled over and told my dog to act normal. And this is what he did. Oh, yeah. All right. And don't forget, Bitcoin rocks, Bitcoin.rocks, and Fix the Money, Fix the World. You can get stickers there. You can put stickers everywhere. But this is the gist of what we're doing. Fix the Money, Fix the World. This is our website, fractalbitcoin.com. Come here for everything, including this link on the top. It says join our locals community. Click that. It'll bring you to our locals community, which is where we hang out. It's free to join. Definitely join because you never know what YouTube's going to do, whatever. So yeah. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you watching. I really do. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, follow the channel, please do. And I will be back tomorrow for tomorrow's Bitcoin news video. All right. See ya.